Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and welcome to week 4 of Measure of Love virtual coffee and a card class. Sorry that I'm a minute late, but a few minutes ago I got a bloody nose, so it doesn't look too bad. All right, I'm good. Anyway, I was concerned that I'd have to do a video with a piece of Kleenex stuck in my nose. Not exactly the look that I'm going for. But I'm happy to be here with you. I would love to be doing this class in person, and I have done a few classes in person, but it wasn't going to work. In fact, this week I was supposed to be picking up Gerard from the airport today, but he had a rather large malfunction on his greenhouse where some pipes burst and they had to do some digging and fixing, and so he's coming on Saturday. And so that's why I hadn't planned an in-person class for today, otherwise I would have. I have 3 kits left, so if you love the card, and I will show you the other cards that we've done so far, let me know and I can pop them in the mail for you. So are you ready to get going? This is the card for today. I absolutely love, I'm just going to check to see if everything is going on my Facebook page. I thought I had all set up, but I have it sitting on the wrong page, so that doesn't help me one little bit, does it? Okay, let's have a look-see. And I find that as soon as I can see it going, do I see? Yes, I see words. That is awesome. Okay, so we're ready to go. I honestly forget what these little lattice things are called, but they come in a pack of 10 in the new catalog, and they are, I think, $8.50 or something like that. They're really cool. A lot of people have been using them as a sort of trellis feature with flowers and things, but I thought it looked really cool with this weigh scale. Now this is not my idea, this card. I totally cased it. I changed up the sentiment. I changed a few things, but I blogged about it, I believe, and I gave credit, but I can't remember whose idea it was now. So if you're watching this video and it was your idea, please say, this was my idea. Okay, so if you got the kit, you have a nice little envelope with everything in it. And this bow, this ribbon comes in a pack of 3. And I really have to get out my annual catalog to find out what it is. It comes with a beautiful white linen ribbon and a blue and white twine. But the problem is that there's only 5 yards on a spool. So in my original card, I wrapped it all the way around, but you really can't even see it. So the kits just have a nice bow to put in there. This is a piece of shimmery white. The little die cut comes from So Sentimental, the bundle. And here you can see the lattice thingy, and then there's a tiny little brad in here, and it's really cute, a little white brad to hold the little anchor. And completely forgot that I have to fussy cut that. I have to say I'm not in the mood for fussy cutting this morning, but you know what, we'll start with Sweet Friend, and let's have a look, see here. So here is the stamp set, the Measure of Love. And when you look at this stamp set, it really might not look like, oh, I really have to have this. But once you start playing with it, the only one that I have trouble with is this flower. So I just don't use it. I am not a patient person. If I was, you could probably use the flower just like that, but these, maybe I'll play with it and force myself. But if any of you guys have played with this stamp and had success with it, I would love to see what you made and any tips or tricks you might have. I can be a little bit stubborn that if I don't like something, I just like, oh well, too bad, not using it. And that's okay. So, here we have Sweet Friend. This is quite a sturdy little stamp, so I'm just putting it on the block. I'm not picking up the way I usually do. And I have Pool Party here and Coastal Cabana, and to tell you the truth, I can't remember which one I used. But I'm going to use Pool Party, and then we'll see. If it's wrong, I'll just turn it over. Tap, tap, tap. And then you want to make sure you stamp the Sweet Friend a little bit high. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Because we need to have room for the little hearts on the bottom. So the hearts are kind of skinny, so I'm just going to lay them down, pick them up with my block, and then we're going to use Cherry Cobbler for the hearts. Is it hot where you guys are? It is very hot today. I think with the Humidex, it's going to feel like 38 outside. So I told Gerard it's actually a kind of a good thing that he's been delayed. There. Not bad at all. Okay, so we'll put that aside. And now we have our shimmery white. The nice thing about the shimmery white, look, if you see the difference between white and shimmery white, you see how it's more of a vanilla? Now, if I had some vanilla cardstock, you'd see it's not quite as vanilla-y as vanilla, but it gives a really old-fashioned look to what we're making. So here's the weigh scale. You can see, I don't know if I didn't clean it or if it just got stained. I think I maybe did not clean it. Don't tell anybody. Do you ever do that? Yeah. Okay. I'm using Memento because I'm using blends a little bit. Whenever you use your blends, you should use Memento ink. You can also use basic gray. So, there. A firm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to let the ink get on there well. There we go. And then, sorry, I have, that's a notification on my computer. I don't know if I can turn those off and then still have sound. I have no idea, so I didn't do anything. I don't want to mess with it. So here we have the bowl, and we're going to put the cherries in the bowl right away and cut them out as one. There. And the stems. Everything goes on at the same time. So the bowl was in black in Memento. The cherries are going to be in Cherry Cobbler. And then the stems are going to be in... Now I have to stand up for this or I'm not going to be able to see properly. There. And then the stems are going to be in Soft Succulent. Thankfully those are right behind me, so I could get at them no problem. And the stems are also a thin, skinny little flexible stamp. So lay them down, pick them up, tap, tap, tap. And again, it helps to stand so you can see right over top. There. And I should have had more vanilla. I forgot that I have to stamp that circle again. So I might not do that for this card. Yeah, I think I did. Let me just check. I'm feeling it. Well, maybe not. Well, you know what? If I have to look that carefully, I'm not going to worry about it. So that is something that you could do. You could stamp that circle part of the scale and then pop it up. And I think that might have been what happened, but I'm not going to do that. Not today. Not after a bloody nose. Sometimes you just have to be nice to yourself and do it in an easy way. So I have the little, whatchamacallit? The little gauge thing? What would you call that thing? I think in Dutch you call it a wijzer. A dial, a spinny thing? Who knows? Okay, so you want to poke a little hole in there. And I don't have my official pokey tool. If you have your Stamparatus mat, you could use that. You know what? I have it right behind me. And I'm just going to poke a hole in there. There. I think the mat will heal. We won't tell that it's had a piercing. Okay, so now we need some scissors. And I'm going to use some contraband because all my scissors are still on the table. And actually, yeah, I'm thinking, no, don't cut until you've colored. And I did do a little bit of coloring on this thing just to make it look a little vintage. So we're going to use I've got the light smoky slate. Okay, so just a little bit of light smoky slate in the edges right here. Let me just have a look. A little bit here, and you're going to think, oh wow, that's dark, and it is. But I'm going to show you some magic in a minute. And then we're also going to do a little bit on the bowl, but not yet. We're going to take the color lifter, and we're just going to spread that gray. And you'll see what happens. It's really quite magical. Now this one maybe is not as magical as the other one. This one worked really well. There it goes. And then we'll do a little bit on the bowl. Here we go. Just a bit.